Tonight, Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, and other commercial transport operators issue a one-week ultimatum to the Ministry of Roads and Highways to fix the deplorable Pokuase-Nsawam road or face a nationwide protest.
The road is not good. That is why we give the Minister of Road and Highways try to maintain the route so that we can get little bit free.
Just 10 minutes drive, you have to spend not less than 2 hours. There's nothing we can do after 1 week. If there's no sign on the road, we only have to park and make sure we save our vehicles.
We'll be live with our reporter on the Pokuase-Nsawam road and also speak to the transport unions here on Top Story on Joy 99.7 FM, also live on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi. Tonight, commercial transport operators in Ghana are up in arms over the deplorable state of the Pokuase-Nsawam road, which has become a nightmare for motorists, commuters, and residents. The Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, and the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, and other transport groups are demanding immediate action from the Ministry of Roads and Highways to fix the road. The Pokuase-Nsawam road, a critical corridor connecting Accra to eastern Ashanti and northern regions, has deteriorated so badly that it's nearly impassable. The poor condition of the road is causing frequent vehicle breakdowns, high maintenance costs, and shortened vehicle lifespans. And we'll be joining our reporter there for you to understand what's happening. But in a recent meeting with the Minister for Roads and Highways, the operators were assured that the roads would be fixed within 6 weeks. Take a listen.
On the bigger issue of how do we address the payment to contractors, since we have already admitted. If you listen to His Excellency the President of the Republic yesterday, he indicated that towards the end of this month, the Finance Minister would be taking steps to retire some of the debt owed contractors so that they can go back to site and complete the work. On record, we are intending to pay some 4 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of the 21 billion from this month. I have no doubt that will be on record to be one of the biggest payments at a particular time to make sure that we are serious about clearing the debt and then also paying for, making provision to start the new works we are talking about. It is not appropriate for us to basically sit unconcerned for this to happen since we have very scarce resources. So it is very clear that the Finance Minister was doing the right thing by making sure that when we have certificates at Road Fund, those certificates are not, repeated in the books of Ghana government at another level where we'll end up paying twice for the same project. So there's no doubt that government is committed and will continue to prioritize paying for road works done. We fully understand the frustration of the motoring public, transporters, drivers, when they have to endure very challenging roads, especially the ones I've talked about, and elsewhere across the country. Of course, when you live in Accra, you would see Pokuase as the biggest, the situation of Pokuase as the biggest challenge. And I will not fault you because that is what you have seen. But if you have gone around 16 regions as we have done, you will notice that some situations are worse than that. None of it is acceptable. If you were to consume yam today in Accra, that yam probably came from Yendi in part of the northern region. I wish you know how the trucker who brought the yam to Tema managed to bring the yam here, especially if the person used the Eastern Corridor using Pasa section in the rainy season. You will weep for that driver. But they manage these things. And I'm saying that it is not acceptable in Pasa, it's not acceptable at Pokuase. So we need to work as a people to be able to address all these problems.
So that was the Roads and Highways Minister, Govins Kwame Agboja, giving that assurance to the transport operators. However, that deadline has passed and the situation remains unchanged. The operators are now giving the government a 1-week ultimatum to take meaningful action or face a mass protest. If the government fails to act within the specified time frame, the transport operators say they will take drastic measures, including 1, parking their vehicles to disrupt transportation services, 2, embarking on a protest against the government, and 3, calling on all motorists, commuters and residents to join them in their fight for a better road infrastructure. And what a time for us to bring in one of such residents who has been traveling on this road on a daily basis. My colleague here is joining us. Now you, I'm told you live at where?
I live at Dobro. That's almost at Nsawam. Yeah, Dobro.
So this is your route every day?
Yeah, I take it when I'm coming to work. I first take a taxi from my junction to the main road. That's the Accra-Kumasi road. And then I take circle from there to this place. Yeah, every day.
How much do you spend?
From circle to... From Dobro to circle, right, it's supposed to be 11 cedis.
Okay.
Supposed to be 11. It was 12 cedis, and then they reduced prices to 11 cedis. But of late, it just went back to 12 cedis. Of course, I just paid 12 cedis. But of late, like since the rain started, we've been paying either 15 cedis or 20 cedis. In fact, this week it's been 20 cedis, non-negotiable. If you don't pay, you won't go.
Really?
You will stay at where you are or at Circle. Right now, if I'm going home at Circle, when I get to Circle, they don't even go to Nsawam.
Okay.
They don't pass Amasaman, right? So they take 10 cedis or 15 cedis to Amasaman, and then that's it. But Amasaman won't help me,
okay,
because I go to Dubu. That's like extra 6 kilometers or even more, right? So I have to take the Nsawam car, and the driver is taking 20 cedis, non-negotiable.
That's it. And how long do you spend on that road from your place to the workplace, or to Circle, let's say, where the car will drop you?
Yeah. So you mean the amount?
No. I mean the
time.
The amount of time you spend.
Yes.
Between your house and Circle.
So if I'm lucky, that's if there are no traffic or there's nothing like that. If I'm lucky like that, I take 2 hours. When I leave here, I close at 9:15. When I leave here at 9:50, I get a car. That's even if I get a car early. I'll get home latest or earliest at 11:30 p.m.
So what time does a car leave Circle?
It's difficult to get a car at Circle. It's difficult, but I'm just saying in terms of like if I'm lucky and I get car as soon as I get to Circle, which happened I think yesterday.
You were lucky.
Yeah, I was lucky to get a car as soon as I got to Circle.
Okay.
Then I go home at 11:30 to 11:40.
And if you're not lucky, what happens?
That means I've gotten a car like 10, right? I'll get home. I could get home at 2. In fact, that happened on Monday. Monday I go home and then I was hearing a hen, serious. I was like, hey, I have to wake up to come to work too. It's drastic. Like the road is bad, and then the trucks have parked on the road, so you can't use it. Nobody can go, nobody can come. So the car I took, he knew what was ahead, so he passed through Amasaman, passed through Achiaman. There's a town behind there, and then we came out from Kotoku at midday, where the onion market is. We had to come out from that side. That extended the time because there was no. It's either you park or you walk.
Wow. But you say the trucks have parked on the road. Have they broken down, or they have decided to park there?
So because of the way the road is, right, especially at Satellite, right, the bus stop at Satellite, that's after a little bit after Amasaman, after Sapeman there. The rain, because of the rains, the pool of water over there. So drivers don't know what is there, right? Whether there's how deep the pool is. So only the big trucks can pass, and when they pass, they do the rush or something. So what they are carrying sometimes falls over, or the car just flips over. So there's no road anymore, right? So what they do, because it's also big trucks following themselves, they just park right behind them and they wait for the truck that has fallen down to actually for them to work on it. And you have to wait because there's nothing, and sometimes you don't even find a driver. There's nothing like that. So it affects everybody behind there.
This should be frustrating for you as a resident on that road.
It is. But I mean, I think the timing that I take the cars, the trotro drivers, they know what's ahead, so you use different routes and all those things. But yeah, it's devastating. Sometimes my body, I'm tired. I'm not even that tired from work. I want to get home and then do some little thing, just read a little, but the road alone just breaks me down. As soon as I get down from the bus stop, I just, sometimes my body is so stiff, my back aches, my neck aches. I want to lie down, but I can't sit in another vehicle to get home. So I just walk to stretch myself a little, and when I get home, I have to eat, but I can't. I just lie down.
It's 2 a.m. How can you eat? But at that point, when your body is aching, you're tired, you're frustrated, all of the things about being anguish, what comes to your mind about the state authority that has to make sure, because you're paying your taxes, you drive on good road?
Yeah, so sometimes I think they are not thinking about us. Do you get it? Sometimes I feel like they are focusing on other things, like because they've really abandoned the road. And it's funny, Kojo, because prior to elections, it was boot-to-boot construction. They were on it. And I was actually happy. If they are working on the road, they redirect. They are there to redirect you, to show you where. But now there's nothing. It's like this government doesn't care about the commuters on that road. And it's gotten worse because now, at least last year, it was not really raining that much. But now it's been raining, and it's like they just don't know. They just don't want to do anything about the road, and they don't care about those on the road or anything. It's as if they expect us to actually use, I don't know, aircrafts on that road, because we can't use it and be comfortable at all.
So if the Minister of Transport, the Minister of Highways is listening to you now, as a resident of the area, what will be your message to him?
A simple one. Please focus on the Accra-Kumasi road. Finish it for us.
Now, the GRTCC, JPRTU, and other road transport operators are calling on people like you that if government doesn't do anything about it in 1 week, they want you to join them in this particular protest. Will you?
Yes. 100%, Kojo, I'll be there. Because I don't see why I should be at home or any other place. It's the only thing that disrupts my ability to function exceedingly well. It's disrupting it, and then if protesting is my way to voice out, I will.
I'm grateful to you for joining us here. Now, he is a resident of that particular area, and he uses that stretch every day. Today, when he closes, that's where he would have to pass to his house, and he's been telling us the frustration. But listen to the minister again, give that assurance to the transport operators that this will be fixed, and they will make sure that in 6 weeks they get a contractor back on the road. Listen to him.
On the bigger issue of how do we address the payment to contractors, since we have already admitted, if you listen to His Excellency the President of the Republic yesterday, he indicated that towards the end of this month, the Finance Minister would be taking steps to retire some of the debt owed contractors so that they can go back to site and complete the work. On record, we are intending to pay some 4 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of the 21 billion from this month. I have no doubt that will be on record to be one of the biggest payments at a particular time to make sure that we are serious about clearing the debt and then also paying for, making provision to start the new works we are talking about. It is not appropriate for us to basically sit unconcerned for this to happen since we have very scarce resources. So it is very clear that the finance minister was doing the right thing by making sure that when we have certificates at road fund, those certificates are not, repeated in the books of Ghana government at another level where we'll end up paying twice for the same project. So there's no doubt that government is committed and will continue to prioritize paying for road works done. We fully understand the frustration of the motoring public, transporters, drivers, when they have to endure very challenging roads, especially the ones I've talked about, and elsewhere across the country. Of course, when you live in Accra, you would see Pokuase as the biggest, the situation of Pokuase as the biggest challenge. And I will not fault you because that is what you have seen. But if you have gone around 16 regions as we have done, you will notice that some situations are worse than that. None of it is acceptable. If you were to consume yam today in Accra, that yam probably came from Yendi in part of the northern region. I wish you know how the tracker who brought the yam to Tema managed to bring the yam here, especially if the person used the Eastern Corridor using Pasa section in the rainy season. You will weep for that driver. But they manage these things. And I'm saying that it is not acceptable in Pasa, it's not acceptable at Pokuase. So we need to work as a people to be able to address all these problems.
This is Top Story brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies, and also by Shield Pension Trust into the future with you. Well, joining us via phone now is the National PR of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Alhaji Abbas Imoro. Alhaji, I'm grateful to you for joining us here. We also have on the line Alhaji Tanko. He's National Chairman of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council. Let me start with you, Alhaji Abbas Imoro. Now, what is the average increase in time because of the poor road conditions of this particular road we're talking about? Elijah Basimoro, do I have you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we know the, average?
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do we know the average increase in time because of the poor road conditions of this road?
Do I know the average?
Do we know how many more minutes or hours people have to spend on this road averagely because of the poor conditions of the road?
Yes. Not less than two hours. Instead of about 10 minutes, 15 minutes drive from Pokuase to Nsawam.
Okay. Now,
about 10, 15 minutes drive. You will spend 2 hours, not less than 2 hours.
In this particular meeting with the roads minister, when did it happen?
Past 6 months ago.
Have you spoken to the minister to understand why the situation has not changed? And what has he been telling you?
Before that meeting, we complained about the road. He invited us. We discussed the road together. And he assured us that we should give him not less than 6 weeks. We shall see improvement on that road. True to his words, that very week we saw machines on the road. The machines were withdrawn, and that was all. We haven't seen any work on it. The road has also gotten from bad to worse. to the extent that you spend not less than 2 hours on that small stretch of the Accra-Kumasi road. That is from Pokuase to Nsawam.
Have you found out from the minister why the equipment that you say you saw on the road left and when they are going to come back?
Do you think we have to see him? This is for the whole nation. We complain, and it came to the public domain. So if he is having any problem, he should have informed us. But not to spend 2 hours on that stretch while we haven't heard anything. There's no machines also on site.
Okay, but I was thinking because you are all partners in this, whilst you're going through this problem, he promised to settle, to make sure that there is some solution in 6 weeks' time. It hasn't happened. And I was thinking that by now you would have called him to find out why he has reneged on this particular promise to you.
But don't you think they should have informed the public? It is for the general public, for all Ghanaians.
Okay, all right. Let me bring in. Okay, so in terms of the action you want to take, if in the next 1 week nothing happens, you're going to ground to a halt all of the cars that travel on this road. Up to what time will you return to the road if this action happens?
It might not be fair for me to say as long as their kingdom come. But at least even if you allow us to withdraw our service for 1 day, you can imagine what will happen to all of us. Meaning, we are going to bring the whole nation to a standstill. That is not what we are looking for. We really want the work to be done. But when worst come to worst, we have no choice.
Quite a disturbing situation, but stay with me. Let me bring in Alhaji Tanko. He is the national chairman of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council. I'm grateful to you, Alhaji Tanko, for joining. I'm aware that you have some, because you are the ones coordinating this whole transport business. Have you also, unlike the GPRTU, called the minister to find out why the road is the way it is after 6 weeks since he made that particular promise? Alhaji Tanko, do I have you?
Yes, I'm on the line. Yes, I'm hearing you.
I wanted to find out from you whether or not you've heard from the minister. GPRTU says they haven't. Have you heard from the minister? What have they been telling you?
You see, the Minister of Road and Highways, we, the heavy truck operators, has wrote a letter to him that we want to meet him. But he didn't meet us. He didn't call us up to now. So what are we going to do? And we are seeing that the road is complete damage from Pokuase to Nsawam. The small cars can dodge and pass some different ways to try it, maybe to pass to Aburi. But we, the heavy trucks, we can't pass there. We can't carry a heavy load to pass Aburi. We can't. It's a compulsory for us to pass from Nsawam to Pokuase, you see. So what are we going to force ourselves to meet him again?
So how will you describe the impact this has had on your operations?
The impact. You see, once we call him. When he came to the office, we said we want to meet him. Maybe there is something in the.
I wanted to find out from you. You say that the small cars can dodge and go, but you cannot. And I wanted to find out from you, how will you describe for us what the impact has been on your business. Are you still able to operate, or you are not at all able to go anywhere?
But now, once we didn't meet him and the road is spoiled, what we told him is to try to do the road quickly. Otherwise, we park our cars.
Okay. So, Alaji, it means that you are still able to move your trucks between Accra and Kumasi.
It's a very hard.
Okay.
It's a very hard, especially between Nsawam to Pokuase. That is the very bad road. The road, the cars used to fall. They used to fall. Especially when, you see, during the rainy season, when the car carries full goods, it doesn't know whether there is some big potholes there. When he passed there through, then you see the car is turned down. You see? And
Right.
the minister has promised to complete the thing within 6 weeks. Up to now.
Okay. I'm grateful. Let me bring in Alaji Abbas. Alaji Abbas, have you tried to reach to the Committee on Transport in Parliament to intervene?
We haven't done that, but we know our message is like fire. We know it will burn everywhere, and there will be immediate reaction.
Okay, Alaji, I'm grateful to you for joining us here. This has been Top Story on Joy 99.7 FM, on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi, on ATL 100.5 in Cape Coast. It was brought to you by Telecel Connecting Energies, and also by Shield Pension Trust. Into the future with you. Up next is News Night.